Where's the countdown? Oh, there we go.
G'day everyone, welcome back to Frostbite's GRJ Repro. Derek, our guest today, just asked whether I needed a countdown. We do not need a countdown. We are ready to go at all times. Derek, how are you, mate?
I'm good, mate. I'll say good morning, but it's midday for you, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly on 12 for me. So it's a good time, just a casual lunchtime video.
Yep.
And
coffee time for me, mate. So
people who don't know, you're in Perth. What's your time right now?
I'm 9 a.m. on the dot right here, so
okay.
Pretty good time for me too. Half the kids are out at the surf club, and I've only got one child at the moment, so he's the difficult one, but it's all good.
We'll see. We'll see.
We shall see, indeed.
Just in the audience, seeing as you mentioned, we just mentioned you're in Perth. I don't know if you know, Sunny Sundries is over in WA as well, and I've passed him your link this morning, and he's subbed to your account.
Oh, awesome, man! That's brilliant. Yeah. Whereabouts are you located, Sunny? He's online at the moment. Yep.
Yeah. While we're waiting for Sunny to get back to us, we got our Commonwealth partner from another mother, Crusty Old Crow, sitting in Canada.
Yeah,
g'day,
cool.
mate. Joe Fan, thanks so much for joining in, mate.
7 p.m. over there. Yeah, okay, cool.
Close to Butler. Do you know where that is?
But yeah, oh mate, you're actually not that far from me. I'm near I'm Woodvale, not far from Joondalup, so you're probably 15 minutes from me, buddy. I'm sure we can catch up.
There you go. Sonny's got his own channel. It's literally Sunny Sundries. Go and check it out. He does some fascinating stuff that no one else is doing, actually. So I always like stopping in on his channel.
Oh, cool. I'll have to go give it a quick sub now, or if we got a moment, why not?
Yep. Menjoza, welcome, mate. Big Phil from Japan, thanks so much for joining in, mate. I want to say ohayou gozaimasu, but it's probably not the right time. Yeah, there you go. His aunt lives in Edgewater.
Edgewater. Oh yeah, that's 5 minutes from my house. Yeah, that's cool. Edgewater's beautiful area.
Woodvale. Joe Fan, this is legendary for you, mate. We're doing a video, and there's someone else has got a cat on the channel. It's good.
Oh, actually, I didn't even notice it until I saw it on the camera now. Then. I remember we got a little bit sidetracked last time. Ended up talking about pets for about 10-15 minutes.
Oh yeah, pets are good, mate. That's right. I know Joe Fan's making good videos about Joes, but I keep on, I think, annoying him and saying, I love it when your cats appear in your video.
And there's the young man going for a cuddle.
There you go. Looking after it.
Yep.
All right. So good morning, Derek. Good morning, everyone in audience. Thanks for joining in. I just, as you guys know, like I don't really go live all that much. Not because I don't want to. I'm trying to enjoy my life a little bit more and not be a slave to YouTube as much. But when I do like to talk about some cool shit, and that's why we've started getting Derek on a bit more. This guy is a font of knowledge. And I've actually asked Derek if he could school me in some shit today. So, let's see what you got, Derek. What do you got, bro?
Cool. Well, I've got a couple of items here for you. I think the third one I'll say for last is you might be able to reschool me a bit as well. It's a bit of my. I'm not sure how far back you go with Joe's. Were you buying and sending away for stuff and things like that as a kid with?
I do remember. Like I think I got the Manta in the mail, but
yeah.
I do remember all the offers, but I don't remember getting a whole bunch of stuff.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll take you back there in a little while. I'll save it.
Yeah. I look forward to this.
Yeah. I'll start with a cool Star Wars figure. So I don't know if there's many Star Wars. You got many Star Wars lovers in the house or whatever, but this is a pretty cool Star Wars figure. So that's a European PvP or Tri-Logo. So the standard, I've got a sort of standard Hong Kong Boba Fett here. I don't know if you can tell, this guy's a lot darker. This dude is a lot lighter. Sorry, my focus goes in and out one. This dude's a bit lighter. He's so cool. And that's the standard Hong Kong one. So I did send you that link. If you flick that link, if anyone wants to have a look, there's honestly about 15 or 20 different COOs on the back of the legs for these Boba Fetts and stuff. And it's out of control. It's absolutely out of control. So you could literally study this, and most people have. I've done this for 30 odd years. You could study this for 30 years and you still wouldn't know it. Something else gets found out, a new article comes out. If you stop there, hang on, is that the one? Stop on the part of PvP. I think that's it there. It might be. No, go a little bit further. I think it says PvP. Is that it there? There's like 5 different just of this variant or something like that. It's out of control. There's one with a painted dart, one with an unpainted dart. But the color, the light coloring is so cool with this guy. It's a real standout. And then I'll try and get a close up of the back. So I don't know if you can see that. It's probably mongrel. You're probably better off. Here we go.
Just put your hand up against it, behind it. No, the other way. Yep.
Oh yeah. I don't know if you can see that COO where it says normally says Hong Kong. It's actually
the other side, bro. Yeah. So we can't see your face. Block out your entire face with your hand on the other side. Put the figure in front of your hand. That's it.
Oh yeah.
No, the other way.
There we go.
There. Look at that.
I don't know if you can see that, but instead of saying Hong Kong, it's melted. It's like a melted. They put a melt mark over the Hong Kong in the factory.
Wow.
It's so bloody cool. So it's called a scarred COO. You probably, if you just bring it up, if you bring that link up, you'll probably see it better anyway. But they use a little, I'm not sure, like a little metal prong and to cross out the Hong Kong. So that's what makes them quite distinctive as well. Bloody incredible, really. But there's just so much. If you guys get sick of G.I. Joe, there's a lot of G.I. Joe fans here, and you want to deep dive into a toy line that you're never ever going to master, jump into Star Wars and it will just flip you out. It doesn't stop. That's so bloody cool. Yeah, people love this stuff. Even the blasters, these little blasters. There's like 30 different blasters, and you need a magnifying glass with a light on it to actually, with some of these, to determine. Some of these blasters are worth $500 if you get the right one.
Wow.
These are Australian dollars. Like, the general one is probably $25-$30, like a blaster, Imperial blaster. But some of the specific ones that, with the European releases and whatnot, they're worth a fortune. It's unbelievable. I've accidentally sold like a blaster a couple of times that was worth $150 for $30 in my, silly, uneducated days. But yeah, it happens to all of us. It's crazy, eh?
Yeah, because I've had I've got a few Boba Fetts, maybe about 6 or 8 or something. He's a cool character to army build. And I've just always seen different colors and stuff and just thought, what have I got here?
Yeah. So, yeah, you just keep buying them. And then if you get bored one day, you go through them and you've probably got like 10 different ones. And you get them all cheap. One of them will be worth heaps. It always works that way. Right. You said to me the other day you got your last figure of your Star Wars collection and you're done. But if you want, you're never done, mate, with this stuff. There's so many people that are never done. It's definitely a deep dive subject, mate. And I'm sure Joe's are the same. I'm not that much into Joe variants, but there's a lot of variants, aren't there, with the vintage Joes?
There's not too many, actually. They're not production variants is the difference. Yep. So Star Wars seems to have not a lot of characters, but a shit ton of production variants. Whereas G.I. Joes were actual different variants.
Yeah, V1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the Star Wars stuff comes from, because they were just churning them out. They were selling at ridiculous rates. I couldn't keep up with demand. And I think the tooling molds and stuff cost quite a fortune too. So they'll actually, companies are sending the molds across to different countries and stuff to borrow their molds and churn them out. And they use different plastics and different materials. And that's why there's all these variants. It's unbelievable, really, the backstories. The stories keep coming out and changing. More info keeps coming out. It's out of control.
I just want to do a quick shameless plug for my channel. Legend Series, welcome, mate. You're the first channel member to actually tune into the broadcast today. If you'd like to become a member of my channel, it's a shameless $3 a month Australian, and I think it's $2 American. So yeah, and I love all you guys that have done it so far. So yeah, welcome, Ray.
I was going to say all these names coming up in chat. I've checked out most of your I've checked out and subbed to most of your channels. There's some cool content that Wraith makes. Your stuff is out of control. Your edits are nuts, mate. So many great
content. Yeah, I told you last time, right? He's out of control with some of his stuff. It's really good.
Oh, ridiculous. The music is nuts and yeah, awesome stuff.
Do want to welcome JP. I was actually chatting to this guy for about half an hour before we started the live. He's a local Canberra guy. And I went and bought, I got this yesterday, Derek, off a Canberra toy collector.
Oh, that's what you're talking about. Yeah, cool.
Yeah. So I got this for $15.
Yeah, that's cool as. Looks a lot smaller than the vintage one, yeah?
Oh, yeah, heaps smaller.
Yeah.
But, I talked to the guy that I bought that off, and I said, is there any other Canberra guys? And I got in contact with this JP this morning, and we had a really nice chat, and I said, come along and hang out, mate, in the live, and yeah, it's good.
Yeah, welcome, JP. Is JP just a Joe guy or a bit of everything?
He said he was... it sounded like he was born in around the early 80s. So he started mentioning a whole bunch of toys, and I went, yeah, bro, I'm all over those. I love all of those. So yeah, he sounds perfectly our age. So
yeah, mate, we were sport for choice at that. The toys coming out in that early 80s was ridiculous, mate. Just everything that hit was gold, just about like unbelievable.
Yeah, that's it, Joe fan.
I love my giveaways, mate. I'm going to do an absolute monster giveaway on my YouTube channel when I hit 500 subs. It's still, I don't know how far away it is. I'm at 320 odd, but when I hit 500 subs, I'm going to give away a sick prize, about $400 worth of value. So get ready for that, guys. Get ready for that. It's going to be a big one. Oh, the Bendham.
Yeah, Star Wars vintage, mate. You got to get on the vintage and not the 90s stuff, I found at least.
The 90s stuff you can get so cheap. Like you can buy monstrous amounts of it. Get a whole collection. It's quite cheap.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, it's cool though to get you started. And some of it goes up in value. Not a whole lot because they're so mass produced. But
I've seen a heap of
there's
those
variants in that too. There's all random variants with that too.
Those mocks sell for like $10.
I know.
It's so.
I get a lot of people. I do a lot of consignment sales and. You get a lot of these people who have, got all these sealed Carter figures, and they think they're worth heaps, and then they show you like 200 of those Power Force 2 figures, and I was like, mate, like, you won't even get your retail money back on a lot of them. Some of them have gone up, but for the majority of them, and the episode 1 stuff, oh my God. Absolutely ridiculous.
So Sonny's from Germany, but he lives in Perth, so he's moved over here, and so he's got some really good insight into German like toys that we grew up in, but the German aspect of things. And
some
of the things we've discussed before is great.
Germany, I think, mostly got tri-logo cards. So they were I don't have one handy, but the cards that had the logo in 3 different languages, English, European, and I can't remember what the other ones, but you would have got that Boba Fett, the tri-logo, most likely in Germany, I believe. Which is the cool one. If you still got it, mate, dig it up. It'd be worth a bit. But so this dude here with the blaster, he's worth about $400 Aussie.
Wow.
As opposed to a normal Fett, like 70 to 100, depending on condition. If you get a super mint one, it's 600, no worries. So it's very, it just looks cool as well. Like that's one of my favorite variants personally. Shall we move on should we stay with Star Wars and say the Joes for the end, or?
Give us a Joe. A lot of these boys are Joe boys.
All right. This is a cool one. So that's why I was talking about mail aways and stuff like that. Yeah. So this was the mail away Coco. Obviously, like you've probably got one.
Yeah.
Not that hard to get, but I bought a collection recently, and he had all the paperwork and stuff. So it's so cool. Yeah. So he's got the baggie, that it came with and the card. So that's how it was sent to you in a little. It was sent to us in a little, I think, padded envelope. Figure was in there, sealed, etc. So I did this for quite a few, and this brought back some ridiculous memories for me. So the card, and then also this guy had the actual original offer. So that's what you got in your vehicles and stuff, and they were giving them away at the toy store. It's just a little leaflet, and that showed you how many Joe points or flag points, I think they were called, how many flag points you needed to cut out from your vehicle and card backs and stuff like that. And inside it's got, the offer was for the Manta and the parachute pack and Coco. So this is sick. And it's got, the Australian addresses and stuff. Milton Bradley, Australia, Auckland as well. So it's got New Orleans address. So I love this stuff. And this brought me right back because I remember I must have bought 5 Coco mail-aways. And
I've got the miniature versions of that catalogue.
Oh, the tiny ones. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I don't have that one, but then I've got the other Australian one. And I remember I also mailed away for the Stinger. But this guy was out of stock in Australia. I don't know if anyone mailed away from anyone from Australia mailed away from his stuff. I couldn't get the ASP. It was sold out in Australia forever. I could never get it. And then obviously I got those 3 too. That were cool. Yeah.
Yeah, the Manta's beautiful.
Oh, this is so cool. I've actually got quite a few of these, and I've even got the bloody. This is even cooler. This is the letter that came with your. This is the letter that came with your mail away to say congratulations. There's your fires enclosed your Joe's special offer to assist you in your special mission. Like, it's bloody cool words. I love this history stuff like this when you get the paperwork.
Well, and we just want to take notice of the most important vehicle on that in the top right.
Yeah, I know you're going to say that. You got that overrated Snowcat. Yeah, it's cool. It's a cool vehicle, obviously.
Do you have spares of those?
I've got a couple. I can probably.
I'm happy to pay for it. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a red one too, which is identical. And they've all got Australian addresses on them. So yeah, this is cool.
Yeah, right.
Well, I don't think it's worth a whole lot, the G.I. Joe stuff, but if it goes in the same trend as some of the other toys, like Star Wars paperwork for Australian stuff is worth an absolute fortune. It's out of control. So, and this is the sign up today for the Australian Strike Force, G.I. Joe Strike Force Club. It was a fan club. A letter for that.
Wow.
So this is cool. I love getting Australian local collections, and you get this kind of stuff. The person's held it for so long, and bloody cool stuff. So I'm curious to know, anyone out there, Australia and US, did you guys mail away for your Cobra Commanders and whatnot? I reckon I had 6 Cocos, a couple of the parachutes, a couple of Mantas, and I've only got 2 Stingers. I was lucky. I had a lot of Joes, so I was cutting out all my bloody flag points like a madman and sending off. So good. And I had the watch too. It was a sick mongrel watch. I remember having that, but I don't know, that one got smashed, I think. 25th anniversary rescue. I don't think we had Duke, did we? From Mail Away? What version of Duke was it, Rafe Mace? I'm curious to know what version, because I haven't got any of my offers here.
Yeah, I don't remember a Mail Away Duke.
Yeah. Just to let you know, this is all the paperwork and catalogs and offers I got. I love it, Like, for me, some of those catalogs, I used to study these bloody catalogs like for hours on end as a kid, circling things and tell my mum what I wanted to
really smart because it's sort of, as you just said, like you'd sit there and circle stuff as a kid. And it allowed you to never forget what you needed to hassle your parents for.
Oh, absolutely, mate. And many parents had card backs stuck on their walls, and I had these catalogs plastered on my walls personally. With I remember this one well. This was sick. This has a lot of the original. I think it's one of the first catalogs. You must have seen this one, Lenny, surely. That's got most of the original vehicles. This was my favorite catalog. So I think it's got like the first 32 figures or something. That Hydro 4 was probably my favorite vehicle, I think. But so good. This is just as cool as toys for me, this stuff.
So Wraith was just saying that Duke was first available as a mail-in exclusive in the second series.
Yeah, okay. And so you had to cut out your little flag points, etc., and send them off, I guess. Yeah.
Mm.
That's cool. Well, the anticipation was so good back then. There's no tracking numbers back then.
Strangely enough, like when you were showing those letters earlier, like that just sent this weird like feeling over me of just pure love. Like,
oh, it's unbelievable.
Because you know it's Australian and you know it was from your childhood. Like it's really great.
Yeah. She's making a quick appearance.
The Maine Coon.
Yeah, she's still little. She's only 4 point something kilos, but she's growing.
Very pretty.
All right, she doesn't want to be here.
Welcome, 3-star. Thanks for joining in, mate. Got a bunch of classifieds on the shelf standing on those catalogs. Love the fold-ups. Yeah. I'm a big fan of the paperwork. Those the G.I. Joe catalogs, I've got probably too many of them, and I've started slowing down on buying them if I see them. So
yeah, but they're pretty cheap. You can't go really wrong.
No, but it's the same as everything, right? Like you've got to store that stuff, and
that's right. Yeah. You asked what my cat's name is. It's Skylar, the little girl. If that's what you're asking, Joe fan.
Yeah,
Skylar. Controversial name decision in our house. It still causes controversy to this day, but it's done now, so that's the name.
Yeah, right.
Did you guys have did you have a toy display where they had the flag on display and you could enter that sick competition to win it?
No, I was from North Queensland, mate. So we would walk into our Kmart or Coles and there'd just be the figures on display. And they just had a few little ones. Like I remember the like the Dreadnoks water helicopter thing.
Oh, yeah.
Can't think of it.
Yeah.
I remember that being in box, and I remember the Snowcat being there, but yeah, it wasn't a massive display anyway.
Because we had at Wonderland of Toys and Toy World, you would have had them in Canberra and
we had Toy World. Yeah.
So there was Wonderland of Toys, and it was in Morley. Maine Coon's huge. Sorry, massive. Yeah, we had a Wonderland of Toys in Morley, and they had the actual flag there on display where you couldn't reach it, and it was massive, 6 foot, and there was very elaborate competition that you had to enter. It was like a big catalog, and you had to select which character you would send on a mission and to enter. I entered several times, but unfortunately I didn't get that one. That would have been unbelievable to win that, but yeah, that was amazing to see. I've never had a flag or seen a flag in person. I will hopefully one day, but such a beast of a vehicle, isn't it? Imagine winning that as a kid.
It's hard to imagine for me. Like I've never seen one in person, and I've only seen them, in other people's houses, like in photos. So it's hard to imagine without standing next to it how actually big these things are. So,
I think they're near on 6 foot, aren't they? Long?
That's what I've heard. Yeah, 6 foot.
Yeah, ridiculous. I've got I recently got the Terradrome, but it's still boxed. I've got nowhere to put it, but I had to buy it.
Yeah. I thought about getting that. So for you American guys watching this, when Derek says, I recently got a Terradrome, as the Australian community is so small, and really the G.I. Joe, the one important G.I. Joe group that is on Facebook, it's the only place to advertise.
For sure.
If you really wanted to sell something big. So when he talks about buying a Terradrome, I know exactly what Terradrome that was and who was selling that. And how much it was, and how much it was to ship. Yeah, it's very close knit.
It's still in that box. I opened the box, had a look at it, nothing broken. But yeah, I've got nowhere to put it. But I had to buy it. Like I've always wanted one, and that was a nice condition one.
Yeah,
one day. That's one.
Yeah, because I thought about buying that thing, but I was like, I literally have nowhere to put it. It's going to sit on my carpet. And it's going to be in the way, and then I'm going to get pissed off with it, and I just let it go.
It's a whopper of a thing. Like the box is, you would have seen how big the box was. It was ridiculous. Yeah. Anyway, I'll get up. That's one of the kids moved out. It's going to be in the middle of their bedroom, and that'll be my toy room. in
I don't
20
know
years?
what a Coles. Oh, sorry. Now that I've said it, we have Coles like Coles. It used to be called Coles New World.
Yep, Coles New World. We had Coles Fossey as well. Did you have Coles Fossey?
Yeah, I actually worked at Fossey's when I was a teenager. I was a checkout.
What did that mean?
There.
Was that just a different owner or something? Fossey. What did it actually mean? I don't even
know. It was part of that Coles Myer group, and it was kind of like a Target, but a Temu version of Target.
Okay.
So.
I remember the one in the city at Perth. It was huge, and it had like a restaurant upstairs, a cafe upstairs.
Yeah, right.
Pretty cool food. Cheap food.
Are you saying it's 7.5 foot for that flag?
Whoa, is it really?
I thought it was about a 6 foot of it. I don't know, it's hard to say.
Eh?
Look at this guy. My last payment on a Terradrome is next month.
You got somewhere to put it? I hope you know how big it is. It's like 1 meter, like diameter.
If you go check out, Joe Fan did a really good room tour of his collection and one of his videos. So yeah, he's definitely got room to put it. You'll need a table in the middle of the room though.
Yeah. You can't fit it in any kind of cabinet because it's so deep.
Yeah, 3-star. Yeah, we've got one group, G.I. Joe Collectors Australia, and then there's 2 spin-off groups which are super slow, and even the main group doesn't see much traffic. So
I'm surprised at how small that main group is because G.I. Joe's pretty big, and it's only 1,000 odd members, isn't it?
Yeah, it's literally like 900 members or something.
Yeah, I'm actually quite surprised. I thought there'd be heaps more. The American ones, massive amounts. And Joe's were huge here when I was young.
Yeah,
that's very interesting. I always thought that would take off that group, and it's been around for a long time as well, isn't it? That collectors club.
Yeah.
Sad, the Star Wars groups are enormous.
Oh, the Star Wars groups are just weirdly different.
So many of them.
I think I told you I got booted by that A-Tag group.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Why? What did you do? Did you say something wrong against the?
No, the dude found out that like I do 3D printing, and yeah, he didn't like that I do repro stuff, and I didn't even get talked to. It was just gone. I just got banned one day. Yeah. So I'm like,
Star Wars people are very, very, very precious with repro stuff. A lot of them, and some of the old heads. Yeah.
They were almost like when you think of the Crusaders, like religious Crusaders, that's some of these Star Wars fans. They are fanatical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're very much like that. I don't do repro with Star Wars. I don't combine repro with my Star Wars stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of people take it to another level. Absolutely.
Phil sent a Terradrome on sale in New Zealand for about $300. Jesus Christ, dude, I'd buy that.
Mate, buy it now, mate. For God's sake.
Yeah, that is a phenomenal price.
Well, I think I paid I paid $1,500, didn't I? That's what that one went for, wasn't it? I think.
Yeah, but that was boxed though, wasn't it?
No box. No, that was loose, but lovely condition.
I can't remember. I thought you paid about $500 to $600 or something.
I've got to find out. No, I think I paid. Pretty sure it was $1,500.
But yeah, $300, Phil. If you see that, bro, you need to jump on that.
That's you can't really go wrong for $300. Geez, definitely pick that up, mate. But they never come on sale. Very rarely in Australia.
Yeah.
I was holding out.
Something like we know in Australia. There's something like I think it's 54 or something flags, and that's Australia and New Zealand. It's around that number that we're sitting on. That's how short it is. And yeah, sorry, Rafe Mace's video on his Rolling Thunder. It's a phenomenal video, but what cracked me up was it took him, he was saying it took him 8 hours to film it for a 2-minute video. And I was like, oh my God. and he cracked it. He cracked it brand new. Cracked it out of the box, out of the sprues and everything. Oh, wow. That's devotion to the cause.
Oh, it is. I'm too scared to open anything from today.
Get that room tour going, Joe Fan.
I'll get there soon. I'm in the middle of a renovation and I'm moving stuff everywhere. So one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to seize one room, just at least grasp one room, and then you reach out and start taking another room and another area. But you got to start somewhere.
Yeah, that's a big boy, big buy. The Rolling Thunder.
I've never had one in my.
Sonny. People just don't. There's a lot of cowboys out there that are just making shit and passing it off as the real thing. Whereas when I make a lot of my stuff, I'll put an indent on it. Like I'll put FGR on it, and you'll be able to see that, and you'll know it's not real. And also, some of my stuff just isn't up to the grade of the real stuff. So you can easily tell. So I don't worry about it, and I never tell people it's real.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Unfortunately, there's a lot of deception with reproduction stuff.
Yes, there is.
Especially with Star Wars, because there's so much money in it. There's a lot of repro stuff going on. And even though there's repro figures now, and they're bloody good too.
Oh, yeah.
The actual entire repro figures are almost
that
hard
Black
to tell.
Major stuff's pretty good.
Yep. So that gets a lot of people, wrong-sided, obviously. But it is what it is. What can you do? It's going to be there. Anything that's got money in it, anytime money's involved with something, it's always going to attract people trying to score money, scam money somehow along the lines, And it's a bloody scammer's world now.
Look at this, the Defiant complete for 40 grand.
Whoa. That's crazy. I've never had a Defiant. I'd love to see one.
It's good.
What's your
need to start a register in Australia for people who flags and terradromes.
I'd say there's a few less flags.
Yeah, that bug's pretty awesome. The bug fits into that thing that it's so poop. It's awesome for me, at least.
I reckon it looks cool. They don't come up for sale here, forever.
I've never seen one for sale.
I don't even know what it's worth these days. I'm just curious to look now.
Yeah, so Sonny, it's one of my biggest problems in life is I use words incorrectly sometimes, and my second biggest problem is I don't care. But yeah, I do. It would be bootleg stuff. It is meant to be a reproduction, but not to the point of deceiving people.
Yeah,
because that's a shit move. Yeah,
that's cool.
I think that's the same as all of us, Joe Fan. All of us around this age. Once kids leave the house, we have an extra room.
Oh, yeah.
Mate, I never know. Have you seen... Can you make an opinion on this as a dealer?
Current value for a bug, loose. Here, you'll probably pay a premium here because they never come up. I don't know. It'd have to be bloody $500-600, wouldn't it? At least.
I'd be thinking if it was a loose, complete bug, I would expect to pay up to $300. I reckon.
Yeah,
I would put it in the same price value as a Sky Striker.
Yeah. Okay. I just haven't seen one that long though. I reckon the next one that comes up, if one does come up, it'll be heaps.
Yeah. You can only guess.
Yeah.
Did old mate have one of those? He would have had one, wouldn't he? Vanderbilt, when he sold his collection. Yeah.
Ooh.
He would have had to have had one.
He had everything, so he would have. But, I kind of won that Terradrome at auction, and then I kind of stopped looking because otherwise I was just going to keep buying vehicles and stuff around the room. So I kind of stopped looking at that page for a few days after that because he had so much stuff. He did. Pretty good price, didn't he?
I think I bought like a V12 Frostbite off him for 15 bucks, and I was like, I can't look at anything else. Like I will go bananas here.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, it's some nice stuff.
Well, Joe fan, I know you're laughing about that, but this dude here, Derek, if you wanted to start a business, you just ship it to him and he pays you for it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's the hilarious thing about your statement.
A lot of people bring stuff in from the States and try and flog it over here, but I've kind of gone off international shipping. Nothing against Americans or anything. It's just the Australia Post system. It's shocking, eh? They're opening everything and it's horrible. I hate it. It takes forever to come. Our postal system's okay internally, but internationally, I don't like it, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, there's everything to see in Australia, mate. You got to come. It's so good. Get to walk around in the sea all the time and no one cares.
Yeah.
Come to Australia and just relax, mate. It's the best.
It's asking $350 as good as being open with everything isn't. That's for the bug, is it, bro?
Yeah. Oh, they're probably talking US. Yeah. So when I'm saying 500, I'm talking Aussie.
Yeah.
Is that what you were saying? When you were saying 300, you're talking Aussie?
Yeah, 300 Aussie I was talking about.
Yeah.
But it's all supply and demand, right? Like if there's none around, then pay what you pay.
I don't think I've ever seen a bug with a box.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Well, come on down, Joe fan. There's a whole bunch of places to visit.
Just don't go to Canberra, mate. There's nothing there for you.
Porn, pine furniture, and politicians is what Canberra is famous for.
I've actually never been to Canberra.
Okay.
To be honest.
It's the first properly mapped out city in Australia. So like when you go to Sydney and Melbourne and stuff, you'll see it's a shit fight in the CBD and stuff. Like it's so small. But with Canberra, they properly mapped everything out and then built it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you should feel like that because there's some dangerous shit around. We just grew up with it, so we don't pay much attention. And we don't have, like cougars and bobcats and shit walking around that can just jump on us. It's more like spiders and snakes and sharks.
Yeah, and jellyfish and things like that, and bloody the killers over here. Yeah, Lobos is cool. I've been there a couple of times.
Yeah.
All the ladies here are taken, mate.
Harndorf. That's nice. I was posted to Adelaide for 2 years. So it's a very unique place, Adelaide. Very unique.
Yeah, cool. I'm going to Adelaide for that AFL gather round, so I'm going to go watch a few games over there. I've never been before, so that should be cool.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah. Sharks and jellyfish.
Have you ever watched that Australia's 10 most dangerous creatures or whatever? It's freaky when you actually go and watch it. Like it's showing the redback spiders and stuff.
I just know everything's dangerous.
Yeah. A lot of snakes as well.
Oh, no cougar, bro. Yeah, it is, Joe Finn. Come on down, bro. Everything's all good. All right, Derek, what's your next education piece?
All right, the next education piece is an Australian classic. It's a Star Wars figure, so I don't know about if these Joe fans here are going to appreciate it, but this is Toll Toys, the Australian company, Vinyl Cape Jaw. So this guy's very hard to find. It's worth. Yeah. This guy's probably worth about $3,000 Australian.
Yeah.
It's not. I don't know if the lighting works. Let me try you a trick. Anyway, the normal jaw, Star Wars vintage jaw, had a cloth coat.
Yeah.
Made of cloth, obviously, and then the original one came with vinyl. Then they took it off because it was too fragile, and they thought that it didn't look like you're getting your money's worth, so they replaced it with the cloth cape, which is the more common one.
Right.
So this was pulled from shelves. So this only came on the Star Wars card initially, but then randomly on Empire Strikes Back card, only in Australia, this was released. It's Toltoy, so the Australian company, and you can see the limbs are degraded and stuff. That's the plastic they used. It's so unique. If you wanted to pull up the other link I sent you about the Jawa, it's got it on there too. But yeah, that cape's impossible to get unripped. I normally come across about one of these a year. I reckon I've sold about probably 10. In the last 10 years, I've probably sold about 10 of these. And they always go 2,500 to 3K, depending on condition. I'm selling this one probably next week. I'll put him up. He'll sell easily. He's lovely condition. So those discoloured limbs.
What's your starting bid on that?
I might auction this guy. I'll probably start him at, I don't know, I might just start him at 2Gs or something like that and see what happens. I know there's a handful of people wanting one. I've got about 10 people saying, tag me when it goes on sale, tag me when it goes on sale. So, yeah, so if you keep going, there's the whole section on the Toltoys one, and it talks about the degradation of the plastic, and there it is. So that's it there. So you see the legs look really dark from there. That's just plastic degradation.
So does he have a different stamp? Does he have a Toltoy stamp on him?
No, he doesn't have a Toltoy stamp, but the COO, I think it's around there somewhere, is closer to the bottom of the foot. With Jawas, there's about 50 different COOs. But this one, it's closer to the bottom of the foot. The back of the leg, closer to the bottom, his COO. And his bandolier things are rounded edges. There's so many subtle differences. So that degradation is expected. So I don't know, see the bandolier, the little rectangles on the bandolier, they've got rounded edges.
Yeah.
The normal Jawa has got squared off edges. So that's one big tell. There's so many. This is like the grail for Australians. So if you want to talk about carded figures, I think there's only 5 of these known to exist in the world still packaged.
Wow.
Carded. And the last one I think sold for $60K US, and it was AFA 50. It wasn't a very good grade at all. The card was quite damaged. So AFA 50 was, I think it was 50 or 60 grand US for a carded figure. It was ridiculous. If one ever comes up, like can I say that it's like an 80 grade, that would be phenomenal. That's ridiculous money.
Yeah.
And I'm going to find one. I keep telling one. I'm going to come across one.
Well, if anyone can do it in Australia, it's you. It's you or Shano.
Oh yeah, Shano gets some cool stuff too. There's nothing
There's
like
no money in Star Wars, Derek.
No, there's nothing in it at all. But all the other tour lines will follow. Joe, everything will go on value. I mean, you've been collecting Joes for a while, right?
Yeah.
You'd know how much they've gone up, army builders and stuff. Like you used to be able to get, I don't know, like Iron Grenadiers or something for $15 or whatever. Like now they're 50.
We thank our friend Jaden for army building the 86 Viper. So I know because of that guy, I can expect to pay between, let's say, $45 to $100, depending on his condition.
Yeah. Oh, it's crazy.
Like I've seen Jaden pay, I think, $120 for an 86 Viper that was mint.
Yeah. Okay. He bought one off me actually recently. Can't remember what I sold it for. Yeah.
That's why I just in now. I'm like,
if he buys a figure from me, he'll send me a photo. Go, that'll fit in nicely with this, and he'll send me a photo of like 200 Iron Grenadiers, like pointing at Destro or saying, "Or he sent me a random photo. He loves it." Yeah, they army build so well though. Those Cobra dudes, don't they? Like, they look incredible.
They do.
Even these bloody Jaws, I had an army of them. I had about 30 of them. And then I said to myself, what do I need these for? So I sold them. Mostly I got $50, $60 for them each. Yeah. Complete. Now they're all bloody $140 complete. Like I bloody did myself a big injustice by selling them too quickly. Like you can't go wrong. These army builders always jack up because everyone wants thousands of them. When they get bored, you got the whole collection. All right, let's go buy 50 Jaws or let's go buy 50 Vipers or, like they're never going to not be in demand.
Look at that.
Yeah, doesn't surprise me. They're very fragile. Keep them away from light. Bloody don't let anyone touch them.
Yeah. So Lilith does like asking questions that lead off to other rabbit holes. So,
oh yeah, that's cool. Are you talking carded, or because I had a Toltoy Snake Eyes, and his name isn't Snake Eyes, is it? It's called something else on the Toltoy card, and that sold for $3,000. 3,000 Australian. I sold a carded Snake Eyes. Had a good bubble, but the card had some denting and stuff. That's the only I've seen.
Wasn't Stalker? Wasn't Snake Eyes in that selection? He was Stalker or something, wasn't he?
I can't remember.
I'm sure Lilith can let us know about that.
Yeah. That's the only one I've had carded. And I've seen the card backs, quite a few card backs go on sale on and off.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Glass Lights
Oh,
Killer.
I go Yak Face.
Big bucks. Big bucks. So that's one you bloody crap your pants.
I can easily tell you that the last 3 figures that I had to collect for my Star Wars vintage collection, and I saved the expensive for last. The third last was Han Solo Stormtrooper.
Luke.
Oh, yeah, sorry, Luke Stormtrooper. The second last was Yak Face.
Oh, yeah.
And the last one was this guy from you.
Oh, yeah, the blue snake. Yeah.
Put a bit of light on him. Rawr. But yeah, I'm glad to be done.
You're not done if you don't want to be done, mate. Trust me, there's so much more you can keep going into.
I think there is something I still want from that collection, and that's the Imperial Cruiser.
Oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah,
that's the triangle one, right?
You talking about the shuttle, the massive one?
Yeah, the shuttle. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's big. It's huge, man.
It's a beautiful piece.
It's lovely. Yeah, someone sold one actually the other day in the box. I think it was 2Gs. That was mint. Yeah, that'll do. But it's so hard to ship. It's so expensive to ship. It's a monster.
That'd be Joel, probably. I'm guessing.
No, it was Darren Case. He sells a bit of Star Wars.
Oh yeah. I bought from him.
Had it. Yeah, he's a nice guy. Yeah, that sold straight away. I saw one of them boxes as well. I think it was for $1,000. That was the most mongrel to ship. It's the biggest box because the actual box for it is ridiculous. I think it's like over a meter tall. And to wrap that, man, it took me about 2 hours to pack the bloody thing. But that's what you do.
Which
I think he's talking about Blue Snaggletooth. I think he's talking about.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Billy Harper, thank you so much for joining in. He's one of 2 members of the podcast from the pit. I watched 2 videos before going live this morning, and theirs was one. So yeah, go check them out. Podcast from the pit.
Oh, we'll do.
Shuttle Tiderium. I don't know, man. I'm sort of quite content and happy where I am now. But getting things like this Snaggletooth, like that's a real star in the collection. Yeah. I am starting to get to that point of just being happy.
That's what you want.
What do you reckon, Derek? This can't be a lifelong thing, can it?
What, these toy things?
Like just buying toys. You can't do that. Like you start in your 40s. You can't do this for another 30 years, right?
Well, I don't know. What else are you going to do, mate?
I don't know. Where do you stop?
Maybe.
Where do you stop?
I think, you have to stop. But for me, I got all the Star Wars figures, and then I started buying Joes and He-Man. And
yeah.
There's no stopping, mate. If I'm going back and Transformers and all the stuff I had when I was a kid, man, there is no stopping. And I have sold some stuff, moved on to get other things, but I don't know. You go to dioramas and setting them up properly, or or you just sell the lot, make money, and do something else. Watch
Because
videos of other people's collecting.
I'm literally sitting here right now. So here's a bit of back access.
Yeah.
That one there, that's my Joe's.
Yeah.
This one here is my Masters of the Universe. I'll see if I can see what this camera can do. So you can see my scare glow up there. I've got my Joe's all nicely over there. Can we do that? You can sort of see them there. And then, like I've got some weird ones over here. There's my greeny Stormtrooper collection.
Yeah, nice.
Just weird stuff. And then over this side, that's my Star Wars stuff. I'm sure you recognize some shapes in there, Derek.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
So yeah, like I'm feeling pretty content right now. So yeah, I don't reckon it could be another 30 years or anything.
So you think, isn't it? So what do you think you'll do? Do you think we'll just keep them and admire them, or move them on?
No, I'm happy. Oh, and sorry, I also didn't show you that, which is Transformers.
Oh yeah.
And I've got Voltron packed away in boxes. Like, yeah, I think I'm just at a point. I'm just happy, and I'll just keep them displayed, and yeah.
Well, with myself, I don't actually go out hunting a figure. I'm just buying toys all the time, collections and whatever. Yeah. And one comes in, I haven't got him. I'll keep him, and it's more fun that way. Like, you appreciate what you get, and it exhibits patience. I've never had patience, so it's good. I quite enjoy it, and I don't need to own toys because I'm going through so many that I just get nostalgia hits flat stick. I love it. So it's definitely very rewarding going through all the toys and playing with them. And
it is.
I got obviously a lot of memories. I had a lot of toys as a kid. So many of every line, and every time I see something I haven't seen for a few years, it just comes gushing back. I had that combiner Transformers, the Stunticons recently. They merged to form Menace. I hadn't seen it for years, and I'm like, whoa, how cool is this? I thought about keeping it, but no, I had to move it. But so cool.
Because, like, I've got those down in the bottom of my case. I've got the Stunticons, and I loved them. Like, Wild Rider was something I had as a kid, and I loved that figure.
Yeah. Next one I've got coming up for sale is the Aerial Bots full set, Superion.
Oh, yeah. That's nice.
So, yeah, he's cool. That's complete. I've got all the little guns and stuff as well as the combiner parts. So he's coming up. He's cool as. I never had this dude as a kid, so I can appreciate him, but he doesn't give me that same rush of blood that something I had as a kid gives me.
I think you had to be reasonably well-off family to have all the pieces to make one of these combiners.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, definitely. I do remember having all these toys I collected. I used to have card backs and tell all my relatives what I wanted so there wouldn't be a double up. And I was very
doing a bit of toy planning.
Trying to get what I wanted from all my relatives and friends and whatnot. So it worked out well.
Welcome, AT-AT. I've actually got the Max Rebo band down in the collection, and I love Max Rebo. Weirdly, because I think it took me such a long time to get all the pieces for it that I think I was just loving it along the way of collecting just that band. Yeah.
How blue is your Max, mate? That's the question.
I think he's actually pretty dull.
Yeah. I had a really nice blue one in a cabinet, LED lights, and it actually faded in my possession, mate. I was spewing,
That's weird.
That really pissed me.
I think, and what I've started, and I even did it last night, like Tony B had an auction on, and I bought two things off him. One was a mask iguana in box, mint in box.
Yeah. What'd that go for?
Sorry?
How much did that go for, the iguana?
That was $260.
Oh, that's pretty good. Yep.
And the other thing I got was a 1983 Ghostbusters Ecto 1.
Oh, yeah, that's cool. How much was that?
Just a beta shell.
Oh, okay.
You know, it's got all the wheels and everything, and all the doors function like it's functioning. And that was $50. So I thought it was cool. Yeah. But that's what I've started doing recently. Like with that iguana, I've got that mask iguana, but it's not complete. It's loose, incomplete. And when I see something mint in box, I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'll just get rid of the loose, incomplete, and know that I've got a boxed complete.
Yep.
So it's pretty horrific upgrade type thing.
Yep.
I thought Star Wars collecting is Star Wars. That is, you're freaking me out now, Lilith. I have a plan when I turn 70, sell it all minus. Yeah, that's probably my only plan at this point is after seeing what my sister as executor of my parents' will went through to get rid of all the stuff my parents died with. I never want to put that on my kids. So I will endeavor to sell everything before I pass.
Yep.
That's the plan. We've talked about this before in other videos, but I don't want to be a burden on my kids. Like a lot of people see it as leaving something to their kids. But I sort of think if your kids aren't into it, all you're leaving them is a shit fight.
Oh, for sure.
Potentially, you know, it's all opinion. Yeah, you're doing well, 3-star.
Oh, for sure.
And you got friends over here in Australia, definitely.
A good cat. Throw in a good cat too.
That's it. Cats for everyone. Started with Joe in 82. Never stopped getting stuff for my life, and I go, yep, that's mate. If you've got the money to support that habit, and you've got somewhere to put all these things, go bananas.
I can see myself just setting them up better, like beautifully. Yeah. I can see myself doing that.
Can you imagine getting an acrylic case for your Terra drone?
Oh, that would be crazy. That would probably cost $100.
Well, who was it? Brendan Ferris organised one for Rod's flag box.
Oh, really?
And I have a feeling that was $200 to $300 or something.
I thought it'd be more. That's actually pretty good.
I think I'm just going off memory.
That's an enormous acrylic box, man.
Well, but in the end, like the actual putting together of these boxes is the same for every box. It's just
for sure. Yeah.
Gluing the acrylic.
And
it's just how much acrylic you need.
Shipping it, if you're not getting it locally, is a killer. Because it's quite big.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love the acrylic boxes and stuff and cases that they do now. There's so many good ones.
They look fantastic. You know, like you used to do woodworking in school, and for our school, they let us play with acrylic. And I loved it back then, mate. I don't know what it is. I just love it. It's weird.
I just find anything you put in there, even if it's a bead, a mock or something or whatever, it just makes it look so much better.
Makes it sparkle.
Oh, for sure. Beer goggles of toys, I say. Aerial bots work all. Oh, mate, that sucks, Joe fan. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that.
That bloody mongrel of a thing took my dad as well. It's horrible.
I tell you what, and this might seem really weird, but if, you know, pick up those toys of yours and just hold on to it. And if you're just sitting there just holding it, you know, when you've got to deal with this shit, at least you got something, you got a memory of your childhood in your hand.
Oh, for sure.
I don't know if that's weird, but because we all go through this.
I've had times when I've just gone and looked at my cabinet. If I have something real stressful going on or something horrible, I just go look at my cabinet and just try and focus on my childhood or something. Yeah. It does take me back. Can't beat it. A much better, safer place where there was no stress.
That's it.
Toys.
Well, that's why it's good having a little room in your house where you can just concentrate all this shit. Just so it is a place where it's just a little place of solace for you.
Yep, absolutely.
Just people talking about TMNT, Derek.
Turtles.
When I started, like Greenie would have his auctions, and he'd always have Ninja Turtles, and I definitely wasn't an expert on Ninja Turtles, and I cracked him up one time because I asked him at the start of his Ninja Turtle auction, are these V1 Ninja Turtles? And he's just like ripped loose with this laughter on the video. He's like, Lenny, you ding dong, like they're soft heads and hard heads and blah blah. And I'm like, all right.
He loved his turtles, eh?
He did, yeah.
I remember I sold a Turtles lair, and I think I put it up for, it was incomplete, $150, and he goes, claim, and I'm giving you $250 for it because you put it way too cheap, and he paid me $250 for it. Like, he was a top dude.
Yeah, he was a legend.
He loved his turtles, man. Yeah, I was into turtles. I liked the Turtles show in the first few figures, but then they kept on going for ages, those toys, and I fell off I stopped playing with toys at the time and kept doing other stuff.
And I'll say I've really crapped on a lot about you, but I'll tell you, this Ninja Turtle I bought off you is the last Ninja Turtle I need to buy.
Oh, really? What'd you get? Oh, yeah, that was cool, eh? Yep. Yeah. Did he have a cracked bubble or something? Or I can't remember. He was quite cheap, wasn't he?
I think he was still $250 or something. He's just got a bit of scratching.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, that's all I needed. It's all I was that's all I wanted, and I've got it now. So
yeah,
I'm very happy.
I've got one. Hang on, mine's here actually.
They should, Lilith. They should grade me. I'll come back as a mint grade.
I got one turtle mock. Random.
I
always Ray Fillet. I always liked his head. Like, they're sick teeth.
He's a pretty happy looking dude.
Yeah, that's a cool figure. He's in one of those cheapo plastic acrylic things. But yeah, he's cool. Right. Yeah, you had to like turtles back then, didn't you? Honestly.
Comparing box sizes, Lilith, eh? There's a lot of cat love going on in the background here, Derek. It's good. Good to see.
Yeah, my little girl's just buzzing around. Actually, I don't know where my puppy is, which is a bit of a worry. She's probably digging a sick hole or something out the back. So if she's not around me, she's normally doing something cheeky. So I'll probably go home and go back to a ripped out plant or something.
All right, education-wise, you got another point?
That's all I got handy here. What else have I got near my thing? I've got a pretty cool piece I'll show you. It's just another Star Wars one, but
bring it on.
Just an item I've got coming up. It's a graded speeder bike with a figure. That's pretty bloody cool.
Stop it.
So the vehicle's got an 85 grade UKG.
Yeah.
And the figure's got a 75. I don't know why they would send a dodgy figure into grade for it. It's got a yellow torso. But pretty cool display piece. The acrylic case UKG are done with it's really cool. That was just one in that haul I got the other day.
So when are you putting that up?
It's one day this week. I'm not sure exactly.
Okay.
Probably Tuesday or something. I just got to figure out a price on him. I'll just do a fixed price on that. I had a couple of people want to be tagged on that one, so that should probably go pretty quick.
That's nice.
I reckon that will probably be around the $500-ish mark, but give or take, I don't know. Very cool. And yeah, what else have I got handy? No, I don't have another education piece.
From my experience with the grading stuff, like UKG doesn't seem to be treated as seriously as PSA, but UKG really displays their stuff really well.
I like UKG. I'm not a grading person. I've never sent on off for grading. But I don't mind UKG. I've got nothing against them. I don't mind that CAS, the new one. AFA have made a lot of mistakes, but for some reason AFA's prices always get the most. Is that the same with Joe's and stuff as well, with graded Joe's? Yeah, AFA is the most sort of, the pricing is sort of more respected. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. When I said PSA, I meant AFA.
Yeah, I know what you meant. Yeah, but they've made so many mistakes, like put fake, repro stuff in there, and it's unbelievable. Yeah, the speeder bike's brilliant. It was so affordable. I think it was about $20 back in the day, and it blows up. It was everything. It was so cool. The coolest little vehicle. And you could have more than one.
I do find it funny that from my time collecting that Star Wars vintage line, one of the things I've come away with is the speeder flaps are one of the most desired pieces of all time.
Yeah, that's so bloody easily lost, and everyone wants
like
that.
Out of any part of that collection, the speeder flaps seem to be in, from what I've seen, the top 5 most difficult parts to get.
Got a random vintage sandcrawler here. This
I saw that come up.
Not complete. Mate, you could probably 3D print a nice couple of replacement parts for that and make that looking pretty sexy, mate. And then this is not vintage, but this is one of my favourite pieces. I bought it in the collection and I cannot sell it. It's Flash Gordon, one of those reaction figures, but it's actually signed by the man himself, and it says "Death to." I love this movie, "Death to Ming."
Yeah, that's awesome.
Cool. I love it. I cannot sell that. I don't think it's worth a whole lot, but so sick. I showed my kids this movie, mate. They laughed me out the house. They hated Flash Gordon.
Yeah.
I don't know. That was frustrating for me.
It's a great part of the childhood. That's that problem when you try and share memories with your kids and they just laugh.
Yeah. A Milton Bradley stamped hooded Cobra Commander on the back. Ooh. I didn't know there was a different COO with those mailaways.
I didn't think Milton Bradley did the toys. I thought they were the contact as for mailaway and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, no, this one's just a Hasbro Hong Kong, but
yeah. Because we didn't have Joe's made in Australia, did we?
Not that I'm aware of. I don't think so. The closest thing were those Tall Toys Action Man Carter figures, those few, but I don't think the actual figures were made here.
What's this one, Derek?
Remember getting that Star Wars vehicle that was later repurposed as the Cobra Pogo? Star Wars vehicle.
What is that?
Maybe a mini rig or something. So the Pogo's I'm just trying to think I don't think there is one because Kenner, Hasbro, I don't think they were aligned at all, were they? As far as I know.
No.
Do you know what Star Wars vehicle you're talking about, Mendoza? Maybe the Cap 2 mini rig that with a claw.
Yeah, that's what I was. That's the only thing I could think of.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a weird guy. When you say Cap 2, I just bring this out. But that's the closest I can think.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, he repurposed it in his play. Oh, righty, I got you. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, cool.
Right. Yeah, it'd be that then because you've got Bosk in the cockpit.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's a cool little mini rig. You got the French version box there, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
I'll look that Cobra Commander up. That's interesting. A no COO one. So it's actually supposedly has Milton Bradley on it. That would be very cool. I'd imagine if that's the truth, that would be worth tons.
Because that's the problem is I don't collect variants. So I don't look at the legs. I don't take notice of things like that.
Yeah.
There we go.
I've got a couple of Cocos, so I'll have a look. His trucks.
Will.
That last comment, Joe fan. I'm not sure what a Hess truck is. I don't think we had them, but Lenny might know, but I'm not sure what they are.
No. Hess trucks. Let us know. Oh. Did you have the Christmas Hess trucks? No, I've never heard of that before.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah. Actually, when I'm keeping notice, I think you've only got 20 minutes left, Derek.
Yeah, I'll have to roll in a few minutes. Yeah.
So I was thinking this morning, a common thing that when a dealer gives me a good deal, and common thing I always say is, and I never say this to you, Derek, because you already know, but I always like reiterating that I'll be giving that toy a really good home.
Yeah.
And it's just this really odd statement that makes me feel good. But I was thinking this morning, I'll be chatting to Derek, who's a very experienced dealer, and, is it something he cares about anyway, or is it just the money? Like how much emotional pull?
Absolutely. If I sell something, especially from my collection, so often I sell something because I haven't got the room for it, or I've got this thing in my head, one toy in, one toy out. I'm sort of got a footprint of what I can keep. So if I'm selling something from my personal collection, and I know it's not to a bloody someone that's going to go flip it the next day, like someone like yourself, and you go, yeah, that's going to be a piece I keep for sure. And I'll more likely to give you a good price for it, and I'll be happy to know it won't get flipped again. And I've actually done that a couple of times. I sold my vinyl cape jaw, my Tall Toys one, to a dude, and I said, mate, I'm selling this reluctantly, but if I want it back, you have to give me first dibs on it when I buy it back. And he goes, no worries, no worries.
Yeah.
But yeah, for sure, that does mean something. Absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah. There's some people, I've been selling Star Wars probably for the longest, and there's people I've been dealing with for probably 15 years, and they've still got that item they bought from me, and they cherish it. And yeah, definitely. Absolutely. I've got a long memory with things like that as well, too.
I didn't know if I was just being because I've never really noticed myself saying it and then thinking, wait, that person may not actually give a shit.
Yeah, well, it depends who it is. Like, there's a lot of dealers that it's just money, and out, and that's it. But no, a lot of bloody toy dealers don't even collect. Like they're not even into toys. They're just about trying to make money and nick and piss them off. Like,
because I know, like some of the stuff some of the lots I've gotten off you, where I'll buy 10 figures or something, but I only need 2 out of them. I will, sometimes resell, say, 8 figures and then just keep the 2 figures that I need. But that's a storage thing for me, like I can't keep everything. Yeah,
definitely. That's fine. You can do what you want with it. I know a lot of buyers buy from me and then it's up on their page, as soon as they get it.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Like,
I'm sure I'm thinking of the exact person right now.
Oh, there's 2 or 3. There's 2 or 3 of them. But what are you going to do?
Like you can see in the background here, that is the case, and
you've loaded it up now. Oh yeah,
I'm just stoked with it. It is absolute magic, and I know that'll be with me for a long time.
Yeah, no, it's cool. And those, you showed me the other day, the LED coming from the back looks sick too.
Yeah, it's just sick. Hello, Mr. Zazel. Thanks for joining in. And, seeing as we're almost at the end of the program, I can do another little selfish bedazzlement of my channel members. Zazel has also got his channel member emoji thing with his, we can't see it through StreamYard, but you guys can see it on YouTube. If you're interested in becoming a channel member, you're pretty much getting an extra 2 videos roughly a week just for channel members. And I'm showing things that I don't show on my normal channel. So, $3 a month or $2 US a month, whatevs. But it means the world to me. And Zazel is one of our members. Zazel loves his little emojis, Derek. He is quite the fan.
Cool. I can see already that.
Yeah. Sorry, Joe Fan was explaining before.
The Hess trucks he was talking about.
Old light up trucks at Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've never seen them down here, bro. But I would imagine that we would have had probably equivalent things, maybe from Ampol or Shell. You reckon, Derek?
Probably,
or BP? Yeah.
Yep. I think I've seen Shell Christmas trucks.
Yeah.
I get a lot of die-cast vehicles, and they don't really do much for me. I just normally pass mine or throw in boxes to you, give them to people for free, or
that's it.
Or sometimes I chuck them on eBay. But
yeah, Joe Fan, crack that video out, bro. I will check it out. It's always a good moment when Americans are like, "Yeah, you guys know this, right?" And like, "No, never heard of that before at all."
Yeah, there's a lot of that, like different franchises that never came here, or vice versa.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I remember that. The Smurfs, you could go to a BP, and if you bought petrol, they'd give you a little Smurf.
Oh, yeah. That was a thing.
Yeah, I definitely remember that.
They're funny, those things. Some of them are worth nothing, and some of them are worth fortune as little...
Yep. I bought a little bunch from a local thrift shop, and I thought to myself, because some of them were in boxes, and I was like, oh man, I can't pass this up. I can't leave them here. And I took them, and I think I ended up losing $10 or something from trying to resell those things.
Yeah. It's hard.
The knowledge, you just got to have so much knowledge in this game.
Yeah.
Like as you pointed out today, like with these Star Wars things, it's ridiculous.
Oh, it's next level. It's absolutely next level. There's so many people just hawking eBay, waiting for a variant that someone's mistitled or in an auction or something, and bang, and then triple your money or whatever. There's so much of that going on. It's crazy. I'm definitely not looking to deal with Smurfs.
No, don't do Smurfs.
I've seen them go.
What's your next video coming out, Derek?
My next video, I've got a tiny haul of Hasbro wrestling figures, the little mini one. So I've got a small haul of them coming. I've got a few I'm going to do a transformation of this too, a bit of an informative combination / transformation. I do that with all my Transformers now before I sell them. I have a bit of play with them and do a video. Those people seem to like them. Sorry to interrupt. I do sell accessories, but if I've got a complete figure, I won't break it up. But I've always got bits and pieces lying around. If you flick me a message on Facebook or on my YouTube channel or whatever, let me know what you need. I've got accessories of Joe's Transformers coming out of my ears, and I never can be bothered listing them because they're only a few dollars. So I just kind of wait until I marry them up, or someone asks me for something and I'll hook them up. But yeah, I should probably try and sort them. It's got like tackle boxes full of parts. It's ridiculous.
Wow.
But yeah, I do have tons to answer your question for sure. Jump on my Facebook groups, probably your best bet. And message me through Facebook there. If you don't mind posting the link, I can't put a link in this chat for some reason.
No, that's all right. I'll put it up.
Yeah.
Let me I'll just chuck it up now.
Yeah. Jump on my Facebook. I sell a lot of Joe's, Star Wars, Transformers, He-Man. And yeah, you can message me for parts and things like that. I'm happy to help people reunite and get things together. It sucks having incomplete stuff. And most people charging a fortune for bloody weapons, which sucks even more.
I'm just putting up Derek's Facebook page, so you can go and find that and be part of that page. And he, as you can see, he is just putting up a whole bunch of toys that are from our childhood. And yeah, this is the place to buy.
And I'll ship anywhere internationally.
Yeah. So yeah.
Unfortunately, not free shipping.
We might be seeing this bad boy soon, right, Derek?
Yeah, someone I know claim that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I'm still wrestling. Remember I showed you that a lot of Modern Joes? I'm still wrestling on that, man. Far out there. I miss you to complete out.
That's going to be your, probably the worst thing you've ever done, I reckon.
Oh, maybe. I've actually got my stepdaughter today. I've said, look, I'm giving you $50 today to go through these for 2 hours to help me sort them out.
Jesus.
They come with so many accessories. Man, unbelievable.
Go check out Derek's Vintage Toys on YouTube. If you haven't already subscribed, please sub to the dude. He is doing very well. And in particular, he seems to have exceeded a whole bunch of us already established YouTubers with his thumb efforts.
You like my thumbnails, eh?
Wait, sorry, I thought that had come up. Let me bring that up. This one.
Which thumbnail are you referring to, mate?
This one, this Star Wars TMNT one.
Oh, the Turtles one, yeah. That's supposed to be a likeness from my face, that AI character, but it's
I saw it straight on. Any Sergeant Slaughter figures?
Oh, I've got a Sergeant Slaughter Hasbro WWF figure. That's cool. You must know that one. Let me see if I've got it handy. Hang on.
Is it this one?
Yes, that's a cool figure. This is a pretty
I found this at a thrift shop. Like, bam, done.
It's a cool figure.
Yep.
Not bad condition.
Yeah, 3-star. Join that Facebook page, and you can always sort something out with him. He's one of, I would say, he's in the top 5 of the most trusted toy sellers in Australia. Yes, please hit that like button. That would be greatly appreciated. Just send a join request on Facebook. Yep, that's spot on, mate. All right. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for joining in today. Go and check out my latest video. I'll be dropping a members video hopefully today as well. But apart from that, everyone enjoy your week. And if you're in America, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Love you all lots. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for coming.